How you doing? My name is Thunder, and welcome to another episode of the Need for Speed Most Wanted car build, in which we're taking all the cars in the game to see what kind of lap times they can get around a certain track. And in this part, I am going to be doing another starter car in the game, a very interesting one, in which in my opinion was always one of the kind of like the odd car out, at least if you lived in North America like I do, which is the Fiat Punto. It's a very interesting choice that they put this car in the game, even for this region, but hey, I'm perfectly cool with that, because as you can see, it's got very good handling, acceleration pretty much maxed out, and the top speed's alright. But where exactly will it sit on the leaderboard? To find out, we have to go to the Petersburg test track, where we're going to have 6 laps to try to take this Fiat around the track as fast as we possibly can to get the best sort of lap time that we can get with this Fiat. The current leading car is the Lotus Elise, which set a 57.66 lap time. And if I'm going to be perfectly honest, the Punto may be a bit of a surprise, because I've actually driven this car before, and remember the fact that the car actually does have, as you're probably noticing here, quite the strong handling. It's pretty damn good. And on a high-speed track like this, where it's got, of course, strong acceleration, it could potentially be very challenging for that Lotus, and if not the Lotus, then maybe even the BMW. It's honestly the fact that this is like a high-speed track is where the Fiat may have its advantage over the Lotus, because as you can see, it's still carrying a lot of speed, but it also can reach a higher top speed too, which gives it, of course, a better advantage. But of course, we don't really know for sure where to land until we, of course, take it around the track as much as possible. But with that opening lap of a 1 minute 2.8, we're looking at a pretty serious car here. Like, this is a car that, in my opinion, I would always choose over the Cobalt, because when you tune it up, it's quick. It is a very quick car. But how quick, in fact? Well, I've already mentioned that. We'll find out. But yeah, I'm very much enjoying the way this Punto is driving right now. I think it's got a lot of potential to be a real serious contender. I think. Wow, that was close. I managed to miss it. Nice. But I didn't manage to miss that. Fuck. But you know, I'm not gonna worry about it right now. We're just gonna see. Oh God, we're gonna see what exactly we can pull off. And of course, this lap, kind of disappointed that I kind of screwed it up like that. I mean, yeah, it's a 1:01.51, but still, when you consider the warm-up lap was a 1:02.8, that's kind of a letdown to say the least. The one thing that'll definitely give over the Fiat over the Lotus is, though I think the Lotus may perhaps have a little more better handling. The Fiat's more stable. It feels like it can grip the corners better without worrying about if it's going to suddenly snap oversteer like we saw with the Lotus, or in that one part where we set that time that got for the 58.34 time. But, you know, what can you do, I suppose? But yeah, now with some of those other things though out of the way, I think we can apparently not. Apparently there was still that one there too. God damn it. Oh boy. You keep getting this ambition like, oh man, this is gonna be really close. But no, I do something like that to ruin it. 1 minute 0.3 and a slide. That's definitely not gonna help this lap either at all. Damn it. Come on, I know I can do better than this. I know damn well I can do better than this. But, you know, we'll have to see just where it goes. Alright, now just have to see how I'm gonna fare off here. But yeah, like you can definitely tell though that the car it's got this bit more of the speed advantage over the Lotus, which is kind of what's helping keep it close. And what the hell? Why am I having so much trouble with that corner now? I just do not understand. Because if I can, I'm not accepting if this car, if I cannot get a time that's below even 59 seconds, because this thing can do it. I know just by the way it's driving that it can do it. But I'm just letting it down by the fact that I'm not doing it. I need to get more consistent. But I think the further I get into the series, I'll have raced this track so many times that I'll begin to understand, you know, ways to really keep the speed up and all that kind of gubbins. I like saying gubbins for some reason. It's kind of like one of those words that really sticks in my head for some reason. Yeah, there we go. I think this is working out quite well so far. Let's make sure I don't screw it up at this corner. Ooh, I almost did though. I almost did, but I just managed to keep it off and keep the momentum going. That is a good sign that I at least managed to keep it going. And that's going to lead us to a 58.41. Now that's a time I can be happy with. That's a very good time. It's just crazy to think that the starter car can already crack the top 3 here out of all the cars I've tested so far. But man, I think we've definitely got a show on our hands for a car that's really gonna be a surprise. That the fact that, because yeah, you don't expect a car like this to really reach 58.4, especially when you're considering the fact that this is a starting car. You don't think it would reach this kind of a time zone, but it did in fact, and I'm very glad it did for that very reason. So I think I already I already screwed this lap up, so we're gonna have to settle with the 58.41, but that is okay with me. That is a very good time for a car like this. I am more than happy to accept 58.41 with this Punto. Oh man, very good car. I recommend it if you're ever starting this game. You should really start with the Punto. Don't just pass it because it's what it is. You really should consider it just because of something like that. So that means the Fiat goes into 3rd place on the leaderboard, just ever so short of beating getting up to the M3 GTR's time. Very, very short. Of course, still a bit. Of course, though, just under a second back of the Elise. It does, however, beat out the 911 Carrera S and the Lamborghini Gallardo. So what else can we get under that 1 minute time zone? I feel there's more than just 3 cars that can do it, but we'll find out in a future episode. So as always, thank you guys for watching. Leave your thoughts in the comments down below, and as always, take care.